Hi everybody, thank you for tuning in. This is the Homework Family Readings. This is for Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising, and Venus Leo. Have a little bit of light. You can never have too much light. It can only help steer you in the right direction. This is Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for May 15th through the 31st. Now, as you get used to seeing these videos coming out, you're going to see them shift and change a little bit. And I'm just telling everybody that right off the bat, because I'm getting used to how Spirit is going to want me directly to go about doing these readings. And I know already that I'm starting them kind of with the platform of like right around the energy of the 15th. More or less, right around the energy of the 15th, I'm going with what is the sign, which is Leo for right now, for this reading. What is the sign feeling? What are they undergoing? What are they going through? Why are they going through? What's happening to them? What's the platform? So that we can understand what we're coming into as we move from the 15th and all the way out through the rest of the months, because this is for May 15th through the 31st. So the way I'm starting it is giving us what I'm being told by Spirit we're already going to be at come that time. Now, many of you already know I'm a Leo as well. So I'm getting to find out information that they're going to be telling me as well from a different form. From, because I'm getting it from a universal Leo standpoint. Now, I do know right off the bat, my heart is very much in palpitation. But Leo is ruled by the heart. It's ruled by the sun, but it's also ruled by the heart and the heart chakra. So you are definitely going to be getting to the heart of situations. Otherwise, it wouldn't be doing that for me right now. If it's being ruled by the heart, which is what Leo is, we're getting to the heart of the matter. But as I look into the astrology, the heart of the matter is going to be mainly taking place on our outer community. And I'm going to get to that in just a second, before I get into the cards and everything else. Because Spirit is telling me right off the bat, yes, the heart is going to be in that. You're getting to the heart of what's important to you within your outer community and the directions that are changing and shifting and going on in your life. But you're also having a lot of... what you're seeing is I'm looking over at my books. I have a million cheat sheets that tell me all different kind of things, and so that I can make it as nice and go with the flow, I can just double check back to my cheat sheets, because I don't have them all memorized. It's that simple. But I am being told there's definitely growth going on, because I was just told that in the physical world, or our material world, and we will be acknowledging it as we go through the month. But as we get to right here at the 15th, at the foundation, maybe we're building new foundations, because I'm at a platform, and foundation is what came out. I am being told that it's going to have a lot of outgoing energy. Our energy is outgoing, and it needs to be grounded, because our material direction is changing and it is shifting. As well as, like I said, I'm just double checking my notes so I give you the right information for things that I've been told. Some of you may be a little bit afraid of where you're going in life, or what the new direction will be leading you to. And the fact that you don't feel like you're in control every single step of the way. Yes, Leos can have that problem with control. And because I'm getting a lot of neck pain, so I'm checking all of my different information for neck pain, which can deal with being inflexible and stubborn. But it can also deal with dealings of bitterness and blame. But I do feel more that this is this stubborn and inflexibility more than bitterness and blame. It is not understanding how to follow through with the intuition that you feel like you're receiving. So it's inflexible and uncomfortable. Overwhelmed in some senses of the direction that we should be taking. We tend to want to go at our own pace, but our own pace may not be what's best for us. And often we may have a problem with fear of speaking our truth. I think that's where the overwhelming energy comes in this energy, as well as material and masculine path is definitely what's being worked on. It's ailments and tensions that are coming about, that are rising. And when we don't take action of what it is that we feel we should be taking action on, or we don't know the direction because we're confused on the action, it actually just causes more problem. So even if we're making the wrong action, make an action. You might want to sit back and try to figure out it, but that's the point. We're sitting on it too long is what I'm being told. It's more of we need to chase our heart's desire. What is the action that we desire, and we need to go in that direction. That's what the heart is, getting to the heart of. We need to, if the heart's not in it and it's not in the way of the heart and the soul for us, then we need to not be bothering to do it, is basically what I'm getting at this time. We can't sit there and think about it and hope for it and wish for it. We must actually get up and speak it and do it, is what I'm being given from Spirit directly. And then let me jump back here into my astrology information for just a second so that I know I'm giving you more of that right information. I am being told, yes, we're going to be dealing with our extroverted side from the 15th through the 31st, but as we enter it, still, we're in that extroverted side. Here at the platform, apparently it's building a new foundation of some form. And it's dealing with our conscious actions. It's our midhaven. It is our ascendant and our descendant. It is the 7th house through the 12th house that we're mainly dealing with. It is the material world. It is our professional world. It is our southern hemisphere. It is our top priorities. Typically, like I said, it's the outer community. It is dealing with people with that outer community. It is relationships within that outer community, the outer world in general. But it is also how we are self-motivated. It is action-oriented and self-assertiveness that we are going to be looking at from the 15th through the 31st. Now, I've been showing everybody as I do the videos, I like this deck for my first deck. When I am hitting the platform of what Spirit's giving me as I move forward and into the reading, this deck is called the Light and Shadow deck. Light and Shadow deck. I like it because it helps me, and I don't want to say start at the lowest vibration, but it helps me to see the shadow side of things, where the confusion is, where the doubt, where we're possibly worried or stressed out about when we're coming into these readings, so that we can understand on a deeper level of what we're looking at from that shadow aspect, and then hopefully help us move up throughout the reading and throughout the month in a more positive and higher vibration. So I'm asking for, what is the platform for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I'm being told we're still going to be going through a lot of material growth and a lot of physical growth within our life at this time. And that one's not meant to be. I'm being given right off the bat, the Fool. That's a good card. I think that things are going to start to sound all right. This is the eternal child. This is the primal nature. It is Uranus. It is the Fool. It's taking the chance. Get up and take the chance. Or right here at the platform, we're willing to take the chance. We're just in that dilemma from what I've just been telling you that Spirit's been giving me with all that information throughout my body. So it feels like, we have the Fool card. We have the opportunity to take the chance. Well, will we? Kind of like we're in dilemma. Well, I know I have the opportunity, but Maybe I have a lot of opportunities, or maybe I just don't know where I want that opportunity to go, and which direction are we going to go with this. And remember, Uranus speaks to us of our independence, our individuality, our uniqueness, our freedom. So when we're tapping into the Fool card, and we're tapping into our heart's desire, what helps you feel your most authentic about your independence, your individuality, your uniqueness, your freedom? Because that will help us direct what changes we're willing to make, what changes we're ready to step into, because we're being told that you can't sit on this action for too long. You must make an action. You must go in a direction right there around the 15th. We are being given the Fool, which is telling you to. But what I'm feeling like right off the bat is follow your heart and soul. Follow your heart and soul. If your heart and soul is not in it, then don't waste your time with it. You're also getting Judgment right here at the beginning. At the 15th. This is a renewal. This is a rebirth. This is a resurrection. You'll notice I write all over my cards. It just happens to be the way that I do it. I write it down for notes for myself, little cheat sheets, little secret things to remind myself when I'm doing it. It's just the way that it is. But this is Scorpio also. The Fool is Uranus, and because it could be someone who is an air sign that may be of significance in your life. And Judgment is Scorpio. It is a rebirthing, a resurrection, a regeneration. Something of judgment, something that is coming in to work in your favor, that has pushed it through to move you forward. It is a completion. It is important news that you are receiving. It is critical decisions that you are about to make. Excuse me. Now, I know that the card shows, the angel playing the trumpet, Gabriel, and I know that it shows the man and the woman, and this may have everything to do with relationships, because we are talking about those, this from the 7th house through the 12th house is right off the bat what astrology says mainly is going to be going on in our life. So that's, your marriage house, your child house, your creative house, your daily work house. It is the relationships house. It's the relationships and what they're responsible for house. I'm sorry, no, they're not. It starts with relationships in general, not the children and the creativity. It's your marriage house, your relationships, your partners. It is the relationships, responsibilities within those relationships. It is our philosophy. It is our honor. It is our jobs, our careers, and our communities, as well as our subconscious, which is right off the bat what we're talking about. So this is a judgment. This is something that's changing with the power of the Fool and the power of the heart, following the heart, going after what your heart truly desires. This could be a relationship because it does show the man and the woman with Gabriel. But this could also be, on a spiritual level, coming into a new judgment of a decision of how you're seeing yourself. This could be how others are seeing you within the relationships, within your jobs, your careers, your goals. This could be also, just there's many things that judgment could be taking place on. So I don't like to read for love is what it is. I don't like to read for love because there's just too much out there that deals with love, and so many people so easily get love wrong. So I read for homework family. I read for what is our homework. And if we're doing our homework on ourselves, then everything's going to be getting better anyway. So, like I said, we're following our heart. We're learning how to realize what it is our heart's desire is. We're learning how to take the Fool card and jump on it and make it go in a new direction. We're making actions. We're not just sitting on it and questioning and overthinking it. This is the judgment is saying it's on our side. It's on our side. Something is about to go good for us, but we have to be connected to our heart and soul. We have to be connected to our truth, or else it's not going to work in our benefit. And the next one I'm getting is the Sun. It is the Sun, right? Yeah, I thought it was the Sun, which is us. It's us ruling our own lives, Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, ruling our own lives, bringing in our own light, bringing in our own joy, bringing in our own success, finally creating it and bringing it to us the way we want to. But the problem that I will say with this, because the Sun in Hebrew, when I go into the Hebrew, speaks to me of the rush. And the problem with that, because this is a light and shadow deck, is we bring to ourselves the light of whatever it is we believe in, whatever it is we're manifesting, whatever it is. Like I said, you can have heart and soul of one thing, but still believe another. And if you're in a belief system that is negative, that's when the Sun goes against you. And it's important for you to realize this, because the Sun card should be the happiest card of the deck. But it may not be, because if you're not in that happy spot, you're not feeling it, you're in overwhelming energy, you're consumed with curiosity and question and worry and doubt and not being able to make a decision and going back and forth, then you're turning that Sun card more or less upside down. And what you're giving yourself is Hebrew, the Resh. And the question is, every single day is a reward or a punishment. And if you're choosing to look at every day as a punishment, then a punishment is what you will receive. You have the power. What did I say? You have the power. You have the Fool card. You have judgment. You have all of this working for you, but it has to do with free will. And it has to do with your mind. If you are not in a positive place in your head to see that you are able to create and start to make these new actions and these new situations move forward, then you will not create it. It is meant to be up to you to make sure that you're bringing in your joy, bringing in your light, your success, your strength. Because, honey, that's free will. You're the freaking Leo. You can do this. It's just making sure that you let those lower vibrational questions and nagging things that go on in our heads, that you tell it, shut right up. You're not going to deal with that energy because you're above that energy. You don't need to be of such a lower vibration. And then you won't have to be the punishment in the situation. You'll rise above that third dimensional world. Then we are given the Princess of Pentacles. Princess? No, the Prince of Pentacles. So this is bringing it into the tangible world. This is mastering our serenity. What was I just saying with the Sun? With the Sun card. This is mastering our serenity. This is Aquarius, Capricorn, or Pisces of some significance, possibly. This is taking it slow and steady. This doesn't mean that we're rushing into it. We are making a decision. We are making actions. We are going the way we want. We are evaluating it, but we are actually moving. We're not just sitting still. We're not going to let the punishment in our head, the curiosity, the overwhelmingness slow us down. We're just moving slowly so that we're making the actions right. We're listening to our heart and soul is what we're being told. Strength and steadiness. Strength and steadiness. That is all what this is dealing with. The Pentacles, I mean, he's freaking on a bull. He's on a bull with wings, it looks like. He's got wings. He's on a bull. He's holding the Pentacles. Yes, I'm taking my time. I own this. I can have what I want. Let me just make sure that I'm doing it all the way that I want it to be. And it seems like things could be very much starting out on a platform very positively for us. And I do say yes, like I said, because I'm a Leo, so this is good news for me too. Is there anything else outside of growth that I need to know about the platform before we move on with this reading? Anything else that we need to know or understand about where the platform is, where Leo is? Oh, you had like 3 of them come up. Give me a second. Sometimes the easiest way to just find out if they were talking and if I was confused or not is to just separate them for a moment and find out which one it is speaking or if I was just completely wrong. I am not perfect. It's that simple. The World card. because it started turning colors on the outside of it. Spirit has a way of changing things. The World card, Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius. This is all fixed signs. This is in the fixed energy. This is blooming, expanding. This is infinitely changing, infinitely growing, infinitely maturing. The world can be ours, more or less, if we find ourselves, if we deem ourselves powerful to wield it in this time and frame, to actually step into our power and make that action go and believe in ourselves. Then we can start to move these exterior situations of our life. But this also speaks to us, would be speaking to us in that self-realization and individual soulfulness, as well as harmony and balance within our own personal world of spirit. So, like I said, that was exactly what I was talking about. They were saying that, it really depends. You have the ability to start to move this forward and take yourself in any brand new direction. But it all comes down to what you believe about yourself. It all comes down to where you manifest from. Because if you're manifesting from a negative, and you don't believe, then, or you're just manifesting without full focus and knowing that you're capable of it, because you have some denial in there, you won't quite get what you want. You have to know it. You have to be able to take it. So, yeah, don't take it all. Take it one day at a time. Follow your heart and soul. Get your direction going in the right way. And things should be moving forward for you. Like I said, it's going to be with relationships. It's going to be with relationships, partners, business actions. It can be with responsibilities within the relationships that you're going to be dealing with. It can be dealing with your soulfulness, your spirituality. It can be dealing with your outer community of your jobs and the relationships within them, your professional career, the prestige of it, your teams, your groups, your friends, your wishes, your goals. All of this is our outer community moving us into a whole new direction to steer us where we want. But we have to make sure we're going with what our heart and soul wants, or we're going to steer it in correctly, point blank. Now, what is the energies that we can expect to have incoming for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus from May 15th through the 31st. What energies can we expect to be coming in at us from May 15th through the 31st? For Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in Leo. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in Leo. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in Leo. I can feel there's like at least one in there, but he's just slightly hiding, and I'm waiting for it to pop out. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Leo. A lot of times my cards just fly out on their own, and I don't have to really do too much as far as feeling for them. But today, it's being a little bit difficult. Yep, found it. Capricorn. Well, that makes sense. First card out is saying is Capricorn. This is building a foundation. What was the first thing that I was saying? Building a foundation. Capricorns can be methodical about what they're doing when they want to build this foundation. This is what I'm saying. You want to make sure that you're taking it from a positive point of view, but you are still sticking with your heart and soul's desires and demands without backing down. But you don't want to let it rip you apart. Nothing can all be perfect. Nothing is always going to come out perfect. That's why you have to work for things. So this is rules, walls, and boundaries that we're shifting right now, because right now in Capricorn you have Pluto in retrograde, you have Saturn in retrograde, in Capricorn, actually in astrology at the moment. And it's also speaking to us. Where is Capricorn for us? Off the top of my head, I do not know, because I know my actual chart, I'm a rising Virgo, so it doesn't actually start in the same spot. Capricorn for us is... it's the 6th house, which is dealing with our service to the world, our diets, our health, our physical health, our sickness, It is our careers, our volunteer work, our daily tasks. So, what's going on in your daily life? What's going on in your daily tasks that is or is not supporting your soul's desire? And what rules, walls, and boundaries do you have to shift so that you can help to create, to bring that into tangible reality without overthinking it and being over dramatic? Because if you're being over dramatic, then you may not be moving forward. And the point is to be moving right now. You're being told to take action, not to sit on it. So you need to be able to be willing to make that movement. Take the Fool card and start pushing yourself in a direction without overwhelmingly holding yourself back. Okay, and there is Pluto. What was I just saying? Death, decay, and destruction for renewal, rebirth, and regeneration in Capricorn. In our short, close to us family situations. Like I said, this is work, service, diet, health, physical sicknesses. It is our hygiene. It is how we take care of ourselves. It is our volunteer work, our careers, our tasks, our daily tasks. So these short situations are going to make those short situations of that universal sixth house for us is going to make big situations on the changes that we are making to move us forward. It is not within the 7th through the 12th house, but which is where we're seeing most of our actual astrology taking place. But it is saying it starts there. It starts right there. It starts from the moment you leave the house. It starts from the moment you leave home, from as you're preparing to leave home. You're looking at your hygiene, you're looking at your service, your daily work, your daily activities, your health. This is making sure that your health is good, your diet is good, you're taking care of yourself. Because if you're not taking care of yourself, then as you project outwardly into the community, you're not going to be able to set those goals that you're trying to. You're not going to be able to make those new situations start. So it starts right from the beginning, is what they're saying, from the 15th through the 31st. Is there anything else right here that we need to understand of energies that are coming in at us before I move to the next deck? For Sun, Moon, Rising, Leo. For Sun, Moon, Rising, Leo. Like I said, I just like to prefer to walk backwards and validate if I feel something or if I was misunderstood. It just works better for me. I'm not one of those who do spreads. The cards talk to me, I answer, or they flip, or they don't. It's that simple. Spreads don't work for me. So, is there anything else Sun, Moon, Rising, Leo needs to know before I move to the next deck? Anything else? You're being tricky today. They're being tricky today. A lot of times the cards give me absolutely no problem. They just flip right out. But they're like, no. Very difficult. Pisces. And Pisces is in those energies I was talking about. Pisces for us is Pisces for us is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It is talking about the responsibilities we have to the relationships. And anything you care about, you have a relationship with. This is not just your loved ones, your family, your children, your parents. This is anything you have a relationship with, your working environment. You have a relationship with your money. When you have no money, you know about your relationship with no money. So what are the responsibilities to the relationships, such as job? First off, one of your responsibilities to a job is to, show up, or they don't pay you. What are the relationship's responsibilities? Often in a marital situation, one of the responsibilities are sex, or it may be going into taxes, or the bills. You see what I'm saying? What are the responsibilities to the relationship is what they are saying for us to look at, because this is Pisces. And typically, Pisces is very compassionate and loving, but it is also that universal 12th house. So it has a way of hiding its magic right out in the open. So it may be also that it's denials of understanding what some of those relationship responsibilities are. Or maybe you know what they are, but the other person in the relationship doesn't, and it needs to be said. You need to clear the path, put your foot down, maybe exactly what it's about, but in a compassionate way, but without being steamrolled, because it's the Pisces energy, you know, understanding that. It might help us to move forward as we're setting those new directions, those new goals. You're taking the full and taking a brand new chance. Now, my last deck, well, not last, but my other favorite deck is my Thoth deck. And it really goes into a little bit of all kinds of other places other than just typical tarot, because I definitely am pulling a lot more from Hebrew here. So, what do we need to know from the 15th through the 31st for Leo? Sun, Moon, Rising, Leo, and Venus. Sun, Moon, Rising, Leo, and Venus. All right, when I first asked, this card was given to me, and I hadn't put it together. And I do say when I'm first asked, when I do these videos, because there's 12 different signs, I'm like, okay, who are we reading for now? And I wait to be given some kind of image that's telling me who we're reading for. And I was given this image as I asked today. And it's Leo, it's fire, it's summer, it's passion, it's change, it's the Knight of Wands. It is who we are. It is our fixed sign. It is swift, sudden actions being taken, more or less. It is the knight in armor charging in. Charging in. And being given the knight in shining armor, coming in with the passion, the fire, the action of making these changes. This may not go into full swing until summer, though, because it says it right here on it. It is morals and standards and goals are also responsible to this. I am also reminded, because of one of my guides, you may not be the knight in shining armor yet. You may be learning how to be the knight in shining armor in your life, but you must first take action. You must first address those goals, those standards, as you're moving forward. And you do need to take charge. But this is how you also become your own knight in shining armor. But it was given to me right off the bat, and I just didn't even think about it because I didn't put it as a Leo sign. I wasn't putting the card as a Leo card. So I X-nayed it. We are also being given the 10 of Cups. This is from the 15th through the 31st. We're no longer in the platform. This is Mars and Pisces. It is Mars and water. This is steam. We're coming into what we feel may be obstacles, where you've been happy, but now, are you? Okay, is the question. This is short-lived happiness. So this is what I'm saying. You may be coming into steaming energy where you feel like, okay, I was good, I felt good, I was ready to steamroll the situation, I was ready to blow it down. Well, maybe you moved a little too fast. That's why I was saying you want to make the actions, you want to move forward, but you want to make sure that it sits right with the heart and the soul, that you are going in that proper direction, because otherwise it's going to be short-lived happiness. You need to make just smart decisions, listen to your heart and soul, but if you jump too fast the first thing and just try to steamroll it, it's not going to turn out quite as good as you expect it to. So you want to make sure that you're using your noggin about it. Now, is there anything else that we need to know? That's like 7 cards. That don't count. Exactly. Because you're very much given the same thing I've been saying the whole time. You could have very much short happiness because you're blocking yourself. If you allow that short happiness or making a decision too fast because you charge in and you think you have to, if you think you have to charge in and you must go after the direction because it's what must be done right now, and you don't allow the truth of your heart and soul to direct you right, it's going to be short happiness and it's going to cause problems. And it won't be something that is easily fixed. So you must not allow it to take that course. You must not let the blocking go all the way back to what they were saying right in the beginning of the platform. You must not let the sun go against you. You must not let the sun become a shadow situation. You don't want it to become the punishment. The sun is the way your head thinks, and the head is what creates everything. It starts to create everything. If you're allowing it to create obstacles and blocked situations, then you will have them. This is speaking to us of don't waste our time on the conflict. If it's not in your heart and soul, drop it. Shake that stuff right on out. I unblock myself and I unblock you. We unblock. We're going to just take that idea and dissolve the unblocking. That's what you got to do. You can't allow the conflict to take away your sun. You are given the sun, but it's up to you to have the free will, not to create it to turn into a punishment. Okay, is there anything else that will help us as we move through this so that we can have the highest vibration possible for the May 15th through the 31st? You can have gain. You can have gain. This is Virgo and Venus. This is the 9 of discs. It is improvement. It is settlements. It is luck. But it all depends on where your mind's going. Your mind is what's going to create everything within that outer community this month. If you don't believe in it, it will go against you. So believe in it, because the gain is there. The gain is there. The opportunity is there. The possibilities are there. But it's up to you to not steer it in the wrong direction. Because next you are given the Wheel of Fortune. What was I saying? You're given the Wheel of Fortune. It can spin up or it can spin down. It's up to you to spin the wheel. What are you doing with it? Is what they're saying. It's plain and simple. If you can't get out of your head, don't expect the universe to. It's that simple. You need to be the Hierophant in the situation, is what they're saying. You need to be the Hierophant in the situation. And let me tell you, in Hebrew, the Hierophant is the nail. Now, the nail may not sound important to you, but I have a specific situation with the nail that was given to me, and I'm going to use it to give it to you right now. I was told once by Spirit that the rusty nail sometimes must be taken out and refastened. Sometimes the rusty nail has become rusty and it is no longer any good. So you must take it out and refasten it with a new healthy nail to reconnect it properly. This is what the Hierophant means in Hebrew. Connection. You must be connected properly. Take the rusty nail out, and with it you will be reconnected the way you should be. But it all depends on if you can take it out of your head. This is the spiritual, the mundane in our life. It is what we overlook right from the beginning when we walk out the door. Are you starting out in reward or punishment? You have the ability to be the Hierophant of your own life. So be it. With that being said, I love these two little decks. And they're perfect for leaving us on a more positive, higher vibration as we understand what will help us from the 15th through the 31st. Daring. Find your voice and use it. Every time I find this card it is important to listen to this card. And it's the only one in this deck that is like demanding, okay? At least that I've come across yet so far. Daring. Find your voice and use it. Nice and loud. Even if it makes you uncomfortable. If you do not follow it now, nothing will change. Is there anything else? I know which one it is. Yep. I was like, it's the one that looked like a fish to me. Caution. There is no truth behind this farce. Be wary. Farce. Here. Maybe you can read it. F-A-R-C-E. Hey man, I say all the time, I'm dyslexic, I get stuff wrong. There is no truth behind this farce. Farce? Be wary of smoke and mirrors. Look closer at the illusion. Look closer at the illusion. Will soon melt away and reveal reveal a sanctuary where only truth remains. The smoke and mirrors. Look closely at the smoke and mirrors because they will eventually start to fall away. The illusion will fall away. It will melt away. And the sanctuary of only the truth is about to show itself. So, pay close attention because the truth will reveal itself and help you to understand what is the right direction for you. You also have, in the moment, if you can, remove your judgment and your criticism and truly listen to someone. You will empower them. And listen to someone as you will empower them. So it's telling you you're going to help them as well, not just that they're going to help you. And one last card for Leo. I said that being it's because I'm a Leo. Of course it does. I dropped it. Soften and open back into love all day long. So it's asking you, don't forget unconditional love. Don't forget to love yourself and give yourself the love you deserve. Not all day long, because this is for the 2-week period from the 15th to the 31st. So this is for the rest of the month. Give yourself the love you deserve. Know you deserve the love you deserve. And go out and get what your heart desires, starting with what it is you want. Don't take no for an answer. And don't be in such a hurry to have to make a decision. Make actions, but not in such a hurry that you screw it up. I love you. Bye.